Hello, my friend. Welcome to Daily English Whisper. I'm very happy you are here today. Take a moment. Breathe in slowly. And breathe out. This is a calm space. A quiet space. A place where you can learn English without stress, without pressure, and without fear. My name is Alex. And today, I will be your guide. In this episode, we are going to talk about shadowing. This is an English speaking routine. A daily routine. A routine that helps you speak more naturally, more clearly, and with more confidence. The title of today's episode is Shadowing an English Speaking Routine That Helps You Build Daily Fluency. And the promise is very simple. By the end of this episode, you will understand how to use shadowing to practice English every day, even if you are busy, shy, or tired. Maybe you are listening to this while walking. Maybe you are at home. Maybe you are on the bus. Wherever you are, this episode is for you. Many English learners feel the same pain. They understand English when they listen. They read English texts. They watch videos. But when they try to speak, nothing comes out. Or maybe words come out, but very slowly. Maybe your pronunciation feels wrong. Maybe your sentences feel broken. If this sounds like you, I want you to listen carefully. You are not bad at English. You are not slow. And you are not failing. You are simply missing one important thing. A speaking routine. Most people study English like a school subject. They think, they analyze, they memorize. But speaking is not only thinking. Speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth needs practice. Your ears need training. Your brain needs repetition. And this is where shadowing changes everything. Many learners believe a myth. They believe, I need to learn more words before I speak. Another myth is, I need to live in an English-speaking country. And another one is, I need confidence first. These are not true. You don't need perfect vocabulary. You don't need perfect grammar. And you don't need confidence first. Confidence grows after repetition. Fluency grows after daily use. Speaking grows after gentle practice. Here is the central idea of this episode. This is very important. You don't become fluent by studying harder. You become fluent by repeating smarter. Small actions. Every day. Again and again. Shadowing helps you do exactly that. Shadowing is not about understanding every word. Shadowing is not about speaking fast. Shadowing is not about being perfect. Shadowing is about listening and speaking at the same time. It trains your rhythm. It trains your pronunciation. It trains your confidence. And the best part is this. You can do shadowing alone. At home. With your phone. For just a few minutes a day. If your life is busy, shadowing fits. If you feel shy, shadowing is safe. If you are tired, shadowing still works. In this episode, I will stay with you. I will explain shadowing in very simple English. I will guide you slowly. And I will practice with you. You will hear sentences. You will repeat them. And I will remind you that mistakes are normal. You don't need to understand everything today. You don't need to be perfect today. You only need to show up. Think of English like a quiet friend. You don't shout. You don't rush. You just talk a little every day. That is how fluency grows. So stay with me. Listen carefully. And when you are ready, move your lips and speak with me. Now, let's go a little deeper. Let's talk about what shadowing really is, and why it is one of the most powerful speaking routines you can use to build daily English fluency. Now, let's continue together. I want to ask you a simple question. What is shadowing? Maybe you have heard this word before. Maybe it sounds difficult. But shadowing is actually very simple. Shadowing means you listen to English and speak at the same time, or just a little after. You don't stop. You don't translate. You don't think too much. You listen. And you repeat. That's all. When you shadow, you copy the sound, the rhythm, and the flow of English. Not perfectly. Just gently. This is why shadowing works so well for people like you. People who understand English, but feel blocked when they speak. When you only study grammar, your brain works. But your mouth stays quiet. When you only listen, your ears work. But your voice stays silent. Shadowing connects everything. Your ears. Your mouth. Your brain. And this connection is the key to speaking. Let me explain why shadowing is powerful. When you shadow, you don't have time to be afraid. You don't have time to say, "Is this correct?" You don't have time to judge yourself. You just speak. And when you speak every day, even for a few minutes, your brain learns something very important. It learns that English is safe. It learns that English is normal. It learns that speaking is not dangerous. That is how confidence grows. Now, let me show you how to do shadowing in a very simple way. First, you listen to a short sentence. Then, you repeat the sentence slowly. You don't need to repeat perfectly. You just follow the sound. Let's try together. I will say a sentence. Then I will pause. And you repeat after me. Listen first. I am learning English a little every day. Now, repeat after me slowly. Say it with me. I am learning English a little every day. Very good. If your pronunciation is not perfect, that is okay. If you miss a word, that is okay. If you feel shy, that is normal. Let's try another one. Listen. I don't need to be perfect to speak English. Now you repeat. I don't need to be perfect to speak English. Good. You see? You are already speaking. Shadowing is not about speed. It is about rhythm. You don't speak fast. You speak with the voice you hear. Now, let me explain one very important rule. When you shadow, do not stop the audio too much. If you stop every sentence, your brain goes back to thinking mode. We don't want that. It's okay if you don't understand every word. Understanding comes later. First, we train your voice. Think about music. When you sing a song, you don't understand every word at first. But you sing anyway. Shadowing is the same. Let's do a short flowing practice. I will speak 2 sentences. You listen once. Then you repeat with me. Listen. Today, I am practicing English with calm and patience. Every small step helps me improve. Now, repeat with me slowly. Today, I am practicing English with calm and patience. Every small step helps me improve. Excellent. If this feels strange, that's okay. Your brain is learning something new. Now, I want you to remember this. Shadowing is a daily habit, not a test. You don't do shadowing to be perfect today. You do shadowing to be a little better tomorrow. 5 minutes help. 10 minutes help. Even 3 minutes help. You can shadow in the morning. You can shadow at night. You can shadow while walking, cleaning, or resting. There is no pressure. There is no finish line. In Daily English Whisper, we use shadowing because it fits real life. Not school life. Real life. And you don't need to sound like a native speaker. You need to sound like yourself, but clearer. Before we continue, let's do one last short practice. Listen. I am building my English fluency one day at a time. Now repeat. I am building my English fluency one day at a time. Very good. Remember this feeling. Calm. Gentle. Possible. Now that you understand what shadowing is and how it works, let's move forward. In the next part, we will talk about the main problem many learners have with speaking English, and I will show you simple daily ways to use shadowing in your real life, even if you feel busy or tired. Now, let's talk about the main question many learners ask. You may have thought this before. You may have said it in your mind. I want to speak English, but I don't have time. I try to practice, but I forget. I start, and then I stop. I listen, but I still can't speak. If this sounds familiar, listen carefully. The problem is not your motivation. The problem is not your intelligence. And the problem is not your English level. The real problem is this. Most people don't know how to use English every day in a simple, realistic way. They think practice must be long. They think practice must be hard. They think practice must be perfect. But real fluency grows in a different way. It grows with small daily actions. Actions that fit your real life. Actions that don't feel heavy. Shadowing is powerful, but only if you use it correctly. And today, I want to show you simple daily ways to make shadowing part of your life. Not once a week. Not only when you feel motivated. But every day, calmly. In this episode, I will share several simple ways you can use shadowing as a daily English speaking routine. These ways are easy. They are realistic. And they work even if you feel tired or busy. Before we start, let me say something important. You don't need to do all the ways. You can choose one. Or two. That is enough. Consistency is more important than intensity. Now, let's begin with the idea behind these ways. English should not feel like homework. English should feel like something you touch every day, just for a few minutes. Like brushing your teeth. Like checking your phone. Like making coffee. And shadowing fits perfectly into this idea. As we go through these ways, listen calmly. Don't rush. Just notice which one feels possible for you. And if this episode is helping you, if it feels calm and useful, you can gently support this channel by liking the video and staying with me until the end. It really helps Daily English Whisper reach more learners like you. Now, let's talk about the first simple way to use shadowing every day. But before that, I want to remind you of something. You don't need to speak loudly. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need long sentences. You can whisper. You can speak softly. You can repeat only part of a sentence. Shadowing is flexible. Some days, your energy is high. Some days, it is low. Both days count. Many learners stop because they miss one day. They think, I failed. But missing one day is normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is return. Return to English. Return to your voice. Return to the habit. Think of shadowing like walking. You don't run every day. You just move. Even slow movement is movement. As we continue, I will explain each way slowly. I will give you real-life examples. Things you already do. Cooking. Walking. Resting. Waiting. English can live inside these moments. And I will also include small sentences you can repeat. Short. Clear. Friendly. Because speaking is not about big speeches. It is about simple sentences said many times. Now, prepare yourself. In the next part, we will start with the first daily way to use shadowing. A way that is easy to start and easy to repeat. Stay with me. You are doing very well. Now, let's begin with the first simple daily way to use shadowing. This is the easiest way to start. And for many learners, it is the most powerful. This way is simple. Use shadowing while you listen. Many people already listen to English. They listen to podcasts. They watch videos. They hear English in the background. But they only listen. They don't speak. Listening is good. But listening alone is not enough to build speaking fluency. So the first way is this. When you listen, add your voice. You don't need extra time. You don't need a new schedule. You only change one small thing. Instead of silent listening, you listen and repeat. Let me explain how this looks in real life. Imagine you are walking. You are listening to English in your headphones. You hear a short sentence. Instead of only listening, you repeat the sentence quietly. You don't stop walking. You don't stop the audio. You just speak softly. Even whispering works. This is shadowing. It doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to happen. Many learners think, but people will hear me. That's okay. You can whisper. You can move your lips. You can repeat only part of the sentence. It all counts. Let's do a short practice together. Listen to me. I am listening and speaking at the same time. Now, repeat softly. I am listening and speaking at the same time. Good. This way works because it uses time you already have. You don't add practice. You transform it. Now imagine another moment. You are at home. You are cleaning. You are cooking. English is playing in the background. Instead of letting it be noise, you choose one sentence. Just one. You repeat it once. Or twice. That's enough. Let's try another sentence together. Listen. I can practice English in small moments. Now repeat. I can practice English in small moments. Very good. Notice something important. You didn't stop your life. You didn't sit at a desk. You didn't study grammar. You just spoke. That is real practice. Some days, you will repeat many sentences. Some days, only one. Both days help. Now, let me tell you something very important. You don't need to understand every word you repeat. This is very important. When children learn their first language, they repeat sounds before they understand meaning. Your brain learns patterns first. Meaning comes later. So if you hear a sentence and you don't understand everything, repeat anyway. Your brain is learning rhythm. Your mouth is learning movement. Understanding will grow with time. Let's do another gentle practice. Listen. Even when I feel tired, I can repeat one sentence. Now repeat. Even when I feel tired, I can repeat one sentence. Excellent. This first way works best when you remove pressure. No goals like 30 minutes. No goals like perfect pronunciation. Just one question. Did I speak a little today? If the answer is yes, you are winning. Sometimes, you will feel silly. That is normal. Sometimes, you will feel shy. That is normal. But every time you speak, even softly, your confidence grows a little. Your brain learns that English is not dangerous. Your voice learns that English is possible. Before we move to the next way, let me give you one small reminder. Shadowing is not about copying perfectly. It is about staying close to the sound. Like walking next to someone. Not exactly the same speed. But together. Let's finish this part with one last short sentence. Listen. I don't wait to feel ready. I practice, and readiness comes. Now repeat. I don't wait to feel ready. I practice, and readiness comes. Very good. In the next part, I will show you another daily way to use shadowing. This one is perfect for quiet moments, like mornings or nights, when you want calm and focus. Stay with me. You are building something important. Now, let's move to the second daily way to use shadowing. This way is gentle, quiet, and very powerful. This way is to shadow during calm moments, especially in the morning or at night. Many learners think practice must be loud and active. But some of the best speaking practice happens in silence. In the morning, your mind is fresh. At night, your mind is calm. These moments are perfect for shadowing. Let me show you how this works. Imagine you wake up in the morning. Before checking your phone. Before thinking about your day. You listen to one short English audio. Just one. You sit on your bed. Or stand near a window. You breathe slowly. And you repeat softly. Your voice is quiet. Your body is relaxed. Your brain is open. This is shadowing too. You don't need energy. You don't need motivation. You just need presence. Let's do a short morning style practice together. Listen. This morning, I choose calm English practice. Now repeat softly. This morning, I choose calm English practice. Very good. Notice how your voice feels slower. More relaxed. When you shadow in calm moments, your pronunciation improves naturally. You hear sounds more clearly. You feel the rhythm of the sentence. And your confidence grows in a quiet way. Now think about the evening. Your day is finished. You are tired. You don't want to study. This is a perfect moment for shadowing. You don't need to sit at a desk. You don't need a book. You listen to English while resting, while lying down, while sitting comfortably. You repeat a few sentences. Slowly. Even 1 minute helps. Let's try an evening style sentence. Listen. Tonight, I let English be soft and easy. Now repeat. Tonight, I let English be soft and easy. Good. Many learners stop practicing at night because they feel tired. But shadowing works because you are tired. When you are tired, you stop overthinking. You stop judging yourself. You just repeat. And repetition is the secret. Some days, you will repeat the same sentence many times. That is not boring. That is training. Think about learning to drive. You repeat the same actions again and again. Speaking is the same. Now, let me give you a small suggestion. Choose one calm moment every day. Morning or night. And make it your shadowing moment. Not long. Just consistent. You don't need a new routine. You attach English to something you already do. Waking up. Going to bed. English becomes part of your life, not something extra. Let's practice another sentence together. Listen. I practice English when my mind is calm. Now repeat. I practice English when my mind is calm. Excellent. If you forget one day, don't worry. Just return the next day. Returning is more important than being perfect. Now, I want to remind you of something important. Shadowing is not a performance. No one is watching you. No one is grading you. This is your private space with English. You can repeat slowly. You can repeat softly. You can repeat incorrectly. Every repetition builds a stronger connection. Your mouth learns where to move. Your ears learn what to expect. Your brain learns patterns. And slowly, something changes. One day, you speak without thinking. One day, a sentence comes out naturally. That moment is not magic. It is repetition. Before we move on, let's do one more short practice. Listen. I am patient with my English journey. Now repeat. I am patient with my English journey. Very good. In the next part, we will talk about another daily way to use shadowing. This one is very practical and works perfectly with short moments during the day. And I will also ask you a small question later, so stay with me. You are doing better than you think. Now, let's continue with another daily way to use shadowing. This way is very practical. It works in short moments. Moments you already have. This way is to use shadowing in short pauses during your day. Many people think practice needs long time blocks. But real life is full of pauses. Waiting for the bus. Standing in line. Waiting for food to cook. Sitting in the car before driving. These moments are small, but they are powerful. Instead of checking your phone or thinking about problems, you can use these pauses for shadowing. Let me show you how simple this can be. You hear one sentence. You repeat it once. Maybe twice. That's all. You don't need a full lesson. You don't need a plan. You just need a sentence. Let's try a pause-style practice together. Listen. I can use small pauses to practice English. Now repeat. I can use small pauses to practice English. Good. This way works because it removes excuses. You don't need time. You use time that already exists. Some learners say, "But I forget." That's normal. You are building a habit. Habits grow slowly. One trick is to connect English to waiting. When you wait, you repeat one sentence. Waiting becomes practice. Imagine this. You are waiting for an elevator. 10 seconds. You repeat softly. I am calm, and I am learning English. Now repeat with me. I am calm, and I am learning English. Very good. Even short repetition sends a message to your brain. English is part of my day. Not something separate. Not something heavy. Now, let me say something important. In these short pauses, don't try to learn new things. Repeat familiar sentences. Repetition builds confidence. New information can come later. Think of shadowing like walking a familiar path. You don't need new roads every day. You need strong steps. Now, I want to pause for a moment. If this episode is helping you, if these ideas feel realistic and calm, I'd love to hear from you. You can leave a short comment later. Just one sentence. You can write something simple like, "This helps me." Or, "I practice in the morning." Or, "I like short pauses." Your comment helps other learners feel less alone. And it helps Daily English Whisper grow quietly and naturally. Now, let's continue. Another beautiful thing about short pause shadowing is this: it reduces fear. You don't prepare. You don't think. You just speak. And when speaking becomes normal, fear becomes smaller. Let's practice another short sentence. Listen. I don't need a long lesson to improve. Now repeat. I don't need a long lesson to improve. Excellent. Some days, your pronunciation will feel good. Some days, it will not. Both days count. Progress is not a straight line. It moves forward slowly, with ups and downs. The important thing is this: you keep touching English. Even for 10 seconds. Now, let me give you a small suggestion. Choose one pause moment today. Just one. Maybe waiting for water to boil. Maybe sitting before sleep. And choose one sentence to repeat. The same sentence every day for 1 week. This builds confidence fast. Let's choose one together now. Listen. I am building fluency little by little. Now repeat. I am building fluency little by little. Good. You can keep this sentence. You can use it later today. Before we move forward, take a moment to notice something. You are speaking more easily now than at the beginning. Your mouth feels warmer. Your voice feels more natural. This is shadowing working. In the next part, we will talk about the last main way to use shadowing. This way is very important. It connects English to who you are, not just what you study. Stay with me until the end. This last part can change how you see yourself as an English speaker. Now, let's move to the last main way to use shadowing. This way is very special because it changes how you see yourself. This way is to use shadowing as part of your daily life, not as a study activity. Many learners think English lives in books, or lessons, or apps. But fluent English lives somewhere else. It lives in your thoughts, in your habits, in your small daily actions. This final way is about letting English walk with you during the day. Not as homework. Not as pressure. But as a quiet companion. Let me explain what I mean. Instead of saying, "Now I will study English," you start saying, "English is already here." You wake up. You hear English. You repeat a sentence. You go through your day. You repeat short phrases. You speak softly. English becomes something you do, not something you plan. Shadowing helps with this because it doesn't ask you to create sentences. It asks you to join sentences. You don't invent language. You follow it. And following is easier than creating. Let's do a short practice together. Listen. English is part of my daily life. Now repeat. English is part of my daily life. Very good. When you start to feel this sentence is true, something changes inside you. You stop asking, "When will I be fluent?" And you start thinking, "I am practicing today." That is a big shift. Now, this last way works best when we break it into very small actions. Micro habits. Not big goals. not long sessions. Small actions you can repeat every day. Let me guide you through the first micro-habit. The first micro-habit is shadowing your inner voice. You already talk to yourself in your mind. We all do. When you do something simple, you think in your language. Now, you gently change that. When you hear an English sentence during the day, you repeat it inside your mind. Or softly with your voice. For example, you are walking. You remember a sentence. I am walking and listening to English. Say it with me. I am walking and listening to English. Good. This is shadowing without audio. You repeat what you already heard before. This builds independence. The next micro-habit is shadowing short daily phrases. Not long sentences. Just short ones. Simple phrases like greetings, or feelings, or actions. For example, when you sit down, you repeat, I am sitting down now. Say it with me. I am sitting down now. Very good. These phrases connect English to real actions. Your brain learns meaning faster when language meets movement. Another micro-habit is shadowing while doing routine tasks. Things you do every day. Brushing your teeth. Making coffee. Washing your hands. You choose one short sentence and repeat it slowly. For example, I am brushing my teeth calmly. Now repeat. I am brushing my teeth calmly. Excellent. Notice how English becomes soft and normal. Not a performance. Not a test. Just life. This is how fluent speakers think. They don't separate language from life. Now, let me share one more micro-habit. This one is very powerful. It is shadowing your emotions. When you feel tired, you say, I feel tired, and that is okay. Repeat with me. I feel tired, and that is okay. When you feel happy, you say, I feel happy today. Repeat. I feel happy today. This connects English to feelings. And feelings create memory. Before we continue to the final part, I want you to notice something. You are no longer just repeating English. You are living English. Even if it feels small. Even if it feels slow. This is how identity changes. In the next part, I will expand these micro-habits a little more, and then we will close this episode together. We will bring everything into one simple idea you can remember and use every day. Stay with me. You are closer than you think. Let's stay with this idea for a moment. English is part of your life. Not something separate. Not something heavy. Now, I want to gently expand the micro-habits we started talking about. These are very small actions. But when you repeat them, they slowly change how English feels inside you. The next micro-habit is shadowing short sentences from your phone. Your phone is already with you every day. So we use it in a calm way. You choose one short English audio. It can be a sentence. It can be a short video. It can be part of this podcast. You listen once. Then you repeat. not 10 sentences. Just 1 or 2. For example, listen to this. I am giving myself time to learn. Now repeat. I am giving myself time to learn. Good. You can do this while holding your phone, or while the phone is on the table. No pressure. The goal is not quantity. The goal is connection. Another gentle microhabit is recording your voice for 1 minute. Many learners feel afraid of their own voice. That is normal. But listening to your voice helps you grow faster. Once a day, or even once a week, you record yourself repeating simple sentences. You don't send it to anyone. It is only for you. For example, you record, Today, I practiced English calmly. I spoke slowly, and that is okay. You don't judge. You just listen. This helps your ear learn your own rhythm. Now, let's practice a sentence you could record. Listen. I am learning to accept my English voice. Now repeat. I am learning to accept my English voice. Very good. Another microhabit is changing small language settings. Not everything. Just one thing. You can change your phone language, or one app, or your calendar. Then, when you see English, you don't translate. You repeat. For example, you see the word today. You say softly, Today. That is shadowing too. Simple exposure. Simple repetition. Now, let's talk about a very gentle but powerful habit. This one is writing 3 short sentences. Not every day. When you feel calm. You write about your day in very simple English. For example, Today, I felt tired. I listened to English. I am proud of myself. You can read these sentences aloud. That becomes shadowing. Let's repeat one together. I am proud of myself for practicing. Now repeat. I am proud of myself for practicing. Good. Another microhabit is shadowing short videos. Short videos are perfect. They don't feel heavy. You listen to one short clip. You repeat one sentence. That's all. You don't need to finish the video. You don't need to understand everything. One sentence is enough. Now, I want to remind you of something important. You don't need to do all these microhabits. You choose 1 or 2. That is enough. English grows when it feels friendly, not forced. Some days, you will feel motivated. Some days, you will not. Both days are part of the journey. The most important thing is this. You return. You come back to English. You repeat again. That is how fluency is built. Before we move to the final part, let's do one more short shadowing practice together. Listen. English is becoming a natural part of my life. Now repeat. English is becoming a natural part of my life. Very good. Let that sentence stay with you. In the final part, we will bring everything together. We will summarize the core idea of this episode. And we will close calmly, with a message about who you are becoming as an English speaker. Stay with me until the end. This last moment is for you. Now, let's take a moment together. You have been listening. You have been repeating. You have been present. And that matters. Today, we talked about shadowing as an English-speaking routine. Not as a technique to master. Not as a rule to follow. But as a gentle daily habit. You learned that speaking English does not come from thinking more. It comes from repeating calmly, again and again. You learned that you don't need long study sessions. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need confidence first. You only need small moments, small sentences, and patience. Let's bring everything into one simple idea. This is the secret sentence of today's episode. Small daily repetition builds real English fluency. Let me say it again. Small daily repetition builds real English fluency. Now you repeat. Small daily repetition builds real English fluency. Very good. This sentence is not just an idea. It is a way of living with English. You don't wait for free time. You use the time you already have. You don't wait to feel ready. You practice, and readiness grows. You don't ask, "Am I good enough?" You say, "I showed up today." That is enough. You can replace small moments in your day with English. When you write a to-do list, you write one item in English. When you think about your day, you say one sentence in English. When you watch something, you repeat one sentence. Not more. Not perfect. Just one. This is how English becomes part of who you are. Not a subject. Not a test. But a quiet companion. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not failing. You are learning in a human way. Fluency is not loud. It is built quietly. Day by day. Sentence by sentence. And even on days when you feel tired, even when you feel slow, even when you feel unsure, your repetition still counts. Your effort still counts. Before we finish, let's do one last gentle practice together. Listen. I am becoming more comfortable speaking English. Now repeat. I am becoming more comfortable speaking English. Good. That sentence is already true. If you stay with this habit, if you keep repeating calmly, if you keep returning, your English will grow. And one day, you will notice something small but beautiful. You will speak. And it will feel normal. Not perfect. But natural. If this episode helped you, if it made English feel lighter, I invite you to stay with us. You can subscribe to Daily English Whisper and continue building your English in this calm, supportive way. New episodes. Slow English. Real practice. And before we say goodbye, I want you to know this. I am proud of you for being here. For listening. For repeating. For trying. Learning a language takes courage. And today, you showed it. Thank you for spending this time with me. My name is Alex. This is Daily English Whisper. Take care of yourself. Keep practicing gently. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.